Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another POV review. Today we're going to be checking out this 2018 Seat Leon Estate with a 1.0 liter 3-cylinder turbo. Now this car is currently my temporary daily driver, so I'd like to show you guys around the car. I'll get you an idea of what the car looks from the inside, how it drives, and yeah, let's go. So let's first start off with the rear. I get a pretty decent rear trunk space. Don't mind the stuff in there, but it's all right. I think you also get well, you can have a full spare. It's not in here for some reason, but whatever. Let's close this up. Now, don't mind the dirtiness of it. I've been driving it for about 800 kilometers or so in the last 2 weeks. So it's pretty dirty, but you get 16-inch wheels all around, 205, I think, tires, which is all right. Like I said, it's in black. Now let's pop the trunk. All right. And show you what is underneath. There you have it, the 1 liter 3-cylinder turbo. I think the smallest engine you could get in this. Now it is producing about 160 brake horsepower, which is all right, and 200 Newton meters of torque. Now this car does not come equipped with the FR package. If you do have the FR package, you get different wheels, a bit more sporty styling, and I think also some shown exhausts in the rear. I showed you the rear, so let's jump in the back seat, show you how much leg space you have. So sitting behind myself, it's pretty good. I have plenty of rear leg room, and also at my head, it's not bad. So that's the rear for you. Now this one has cloth seats. They're all right. You get some nice bolstering on the side, which is good. So let me jump in and start her up. It sounds all right. So I'm just going to give her some gas so you can hear it from the outside. It does sound really like a 3-cylinder, doesn't it? All right, let me strap in and we'll take her for a drive. All right guys, so taking the Seat Leon on the road, and we're going to start off by taking her on the highway for a short drive. I can see how she does at slight higher speeds. Now sadly enough, the speed limit is only 100 kilometers an hour in the Netherlands during the day, so we can't really go that quick, but I am quite surprised by the power that the 1.0 liter turbo 3-cylinder does, because it's not slow at all. So sub 10 seconds to 109.8, which is pretty good actually. Now it is more of a budget car, you do notice that. Get up to speed for the highway. Cornering is actually pretty good. Now these are quite small wheels, only 16 inches, so you do notice that when taking a corner that it can be a little bit carpet ridey, I think I should say. Wind noise wise, it's pretty loud in here. That's one of the downsides. You do notice that the car is a slight bit more cheap than, for instance, a Golf, because the wind noise in here is quite a lot. And also when you're looking at rattles, for instance, in the interior, when you're on smooth asphalt, you don't really notice it. When you get to a more rougher road, you do definitely notice that there are a lot of vibrations in the interiors, little small rattles, which is something that does drive me quite crazy, which is a bit of a downside. Now this car is also equipped with lane assist, which is nice. I can switch it on by pushing the button on the turn stalk, and I can OK it on my steering wheel. Now I have lane assist enabled, and it works all right. So if I try to go a bit more to the left, as you can see, the car starts correcting itself. It's only a little bit that it does it. So more to the right, and it's correcting itself again. So it works all right. I'm not a huge fan of it because it can sometimes be annoying. We have some more narrow roads around here, so 60 kilometers an hour roads, and they have some dotted lines on the left and on the right. But it still tries to steer you between those, which if you're on your own on the road, it's all right. But when you get traffic head on, you have to move more to the right, and you do notice that the car starts correcting itself. Now, Apple CarPlay is also equipped on this vehicle because it's the more facelifted model. So you have Apple CarPlay wireless charging for your device. This car also has keyless go, so you can just hold your hand behind the door handle. It unlocks, foot on the brake, foot on the clutch, and hit the start button. And when walking away, you have to also push the door handle on the outside to lock the car, which is a convenient feature to have. So that key always stays in my pocket, which is pretty good. Fuel mileage wise, I've been doing all right. I think my average consumption over the last 700-800 kilometers has been about I think 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers. So that's not bad fuel mileage, considering I usually drive it, well, pretty quickly actually. Alright guys, coming off the highway now, I can show you one of the nice things about SEAT compared to other vehicles in the VW Audi group, is that the suspension is more firmly set up. That's what SEAT is known for, to be a bit more sporty than, for instance, Skoda. So you do notice when you're taking a corner a bit quicker that it's pretty firm. It's actually not bad. So let me shift down a gear. It handles not bad, being a front wheel drive car. So this being a straight competitor to the Golf, you're quite quickly to compare it to, well, let's say the Golf. So the Golf 7 that is, because in 2018 the Golf 8 wasn't around yet. So you would quickly compare it to the Golf 7. And I've also driven Golf 7s, and I think it's just a little bit more high-end, the finish, the fit and finish of the car. However, maybe if you get a higher trim than this one, it might be a bit better. I'm not sure. One of the gripes I find is that is that an M5? That was an M5. Nice. V10 one. Anyways, so the navigation screen, it's alright. It's nice that you have Apple CarPlay in this one, but the resolution on it, I think, is appalling. I think resolution is really bad. Not really fit to standard of a car that was built in 2018. So you can definitely count the pixels if you look closely enough, and it doesn't work that nicely. However, nice thing with Apple CarPlay nowadays, of course, also Android Auto compatible, you have the ability to just use your phone. However, because the resolution of the screen isn't that high, everything is scaled up quite big, so icons are big. Same goes for the maps on screen and all the text and stuff. So a bit of a downside, but hey, you can't really complain that much, I think. Now, sticker price on this car was 26,000 euros when it was new, which was in 2018. And it only weighs, slow people, it only weighs 1140 kilograms, I think, which is really light. You notice that on, for instance, the highway, when there is a strong wind, you do notice that the car gets pulled around pretty easily. But a light car isn't necessarily bad, especially considering its size, because it's the estate model. It's it's a pretty big car with low weight. Also, that 3-cylinder probably also helps with the low weight of the car. But it's funny how they're able to keep these kind of cars so light, and well, they don't really feel that bad. Also quite like the little cloth inlay here, which is alright. This is all soft touch, same goes for the door panels. Downside, this thing over here, so the part where usually your leg rests, it's made from harder plastic, and I don't like it. I usually rest my leg against there, and it doesn't feel that high end. Nice thing though is you still have physical climate control buttons, which is also nice. Dual zone climate control. Also in the back you have some vents, so plenty of creature comfort. Same goes for 2 rear USB ports, which is nice. So if you have kids, your kids can charge their phones in the rear seat, which is pretty standard nowadays, but it's always nice to have. So this not being that interesting of a car, I think we've pretty much covered all the bases of it. so I'm gonna call it today for the review. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like. If you have any questions or want me to do more in-depth information about this car, please be sure to let me know. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like. And till next time, guys, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.